Hey wild ones, I'm Lucy and this is Pussy Powered. So guess what? Today is the Fall Equinox. Fall's my favorite. What's so special about the Fall Equinox, you ask? Well, let me tell you. But first, pumpkin spice with a stick of cinnamon. Okay. Back to it. The Fall Equinox is one of 2 times each year when the daytime and the nighttime hours are equal, where the dark and the light balance each other out perfectly. Just like my sweatshirt. Do you like the nipple? I think it's a nice touch. In spirituality, it's a powerful time to celebrate the change of the seasons and honor the time of year where darkness dominates, preparing for the winter months. It's also a great time to bring awareness to what you feel is not quite in balance in your life, meaning when something is not quite in the proportion that you want it to be. Because let's face it, there really is no such thing as balance. But if you know that you could use a little more of this and a little less of that, this is a great time to bring awareness to that. Also, it's a powerful time to harvest. This being the second harvest of the season, it's also symbolic for harvesting things in our lives. Over the previous months, we've been sowing seeds into various things in our lives, watering them, tending to them, and now it's time to harvest. So notice what in your life you feel like it's time to harvest. Whether you consider yourself a spiritual person or a witchy person or not, the Fall Equinox is a wonderful time to celebrate, make mindful shifts, and head into the darker months with focus, abundance, and gratitude. So now here are a few ways to celebrate the Fall Equinox with some pussy-powered inspiration. Really connect with your senses as you're doing this. This is a very sensual celebration. 1. Spend time in nature, especially if you can do it naked. Getting out into nature and feeling the change of the climate, the dirt on your feet, drawing awareness to your sense of touch, your sense of smell, and your sense of sight. And looking at the changes in nature through a lens of awe and wonder and curiosity. There's also something powerfully grounding about walking barefoot. So if you can get out barefoot, great. If you can get out naked, great. But definitely get outdoors. 2. Make a special fall meal or treat. Some common themes around this time of year are apples, corn, and squash. So bake you an apple pie. If you have a garden, harvest that squash. Maybe make some cornbread with applesauce. Some butternut squash soup. I don't know, you know your fall favorites. I have so fucking many. The idea here is to really awaken your sense of taste and your sense of smell, making the preparation process really special and connecting you to your senses and to the energy around and within you. A lot of kitchen witches are already in the habit of doing this, flowing intentions and spells into the food that they're preparing. So if that's you, go ahead and do your thing. 3. Journal what you're grateful for. I realize that everybody and their dog's mom talks about gratitude journaling. So this is not a new groundbreaking idea, but it really does make a big difference in your attitude and the energy that you're putting out. Ideally, keep a gratitude journal for every single day. So when you wake up, you can draw attention to the things that are going right in your life, the things that you're appreciative for, attracting more of that energy into your existence. And at the end of the day, recapping that day's amazingness. There's always something. Sometimes you just have to look really hard for it and train your mind to look for the things that are going well. Energy, energy, energy. Pay attention to the energy that you're putting out there because that is also the energy that you are attracting right back to you. Now, when you're journaling at the Fall Equinox, spend some extra time to journal about what you're grateful for and not just what you think you should be grateful for, but also really digging into those things that maybe you haven't fully owned being grateful for. Being grateful for a healthy pussy, being grateful for a healthy body, being grateful for a thriving sex drive, being grateful for new sensations in your pussy, being grateful for time in the day to do a self-pleasure ritual. Those are a few of mine. Dig deep and get fucking real with yourself. What is lighting you up right now? Write that down. And later on, you'll look back at this and be like, holy shit, yes, I remember what that felt like. That was so amazing. And by that time, you will likely have built up a whole lot more amazingness because again, you're putting out this energy of what you want to create and you're always expanding and always mindfully creating. After all, that is the pussy-powered way. 4. Write out what you'd like more of in your life and what you'd like less of. Again, going back to this idea of finding balance, or really finding a good proportion, a good mix of all the things that you want in your life. Maybe you feel like it's time to start doing some more physical exercise, or time to start that online class you've been thinking about doing, or time to start that project or book or business idea. Maybe you want more connected time as a family, more adventure, more sexual adventures, more orgasms. Whatever those things are that are bubbling up in you, those desires and those little intuitive hits, write them down. Fifth, pleasure yourself in a new way. This could involve perhaps a new toy, a new spot you're focusing on. This can also mean slowing down in your self-pleasure, slowing down in your self-exploration, even more than usual, taking the time to do things that you usually don't take the time to do. For example, this morning I did certain things with one glass dildo that I usually do with a different glass dildo, and I also really took my time breathing into every single stroke, every single movement, every single thrust, and it was pretty nice. Or maybe you've never given yourself a slow, luscious, mindful, self-loving breast massage, or taking a long, sensual bath with your favorite candles, your favorite scents, flowers. If that's something that you enjoy, today is a perfect opportunity to do that as we are shifting into the cooler months. Again, all of this is meant to integrate all of your senses for a very sensual fall equinox. And if you decide to self-pleasure to climax, go ahead and visualize what you want this next season of life to look like for you. Blast that energy out into the universe. Powerful sexual energy. It is, after all, life force energy. Put that out there with intention, visualizing and feeling what it's like to be in this new reality that you want to create for yourself. Which reminds me, if you want to hear more about orgasmic pussy manifestation, check out this video. Alright, wild ones, that is it for today. And if you never have and you'd like to start this year, I would love to hear about how it goes for you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos on sexual empowerment for women. Stay tuned for more. In the meantime, here's to your unleashing for a pussy-powered life.